It's so nice to be able to do that again. You hear that? So one of the things that I think I'm trying to figure out and trying to learn by doing these videos is how to relay my human experiences to you guys being the viewer or the recipient of my story. I think that's one of the big things I've been trying to learn and trying to get better at is telling my stories and making them more interesting and just being a better storyteller. There's all kinds of different, master classes and different things that you can learn storytelling. When I feel like that's one of those things, you just don't learn it from class. You don't just you don't get taught how to do it. You learn how to do it, if that makes sense. Being taught and learning are so different in a lot of ways, at least to my understanding. Being taught something, you're not necessarily learning how to do something, but you're being told how to do it. So you're being taught math. You're being taught 2 + 2 = 4. But do you truly understand and have you truly learned why 2 and 2 make 4? Do you know why? Or have you just been told that? And I feel like, that can be applied to so many different things. One of the ways, at least for my style of learning, is I like to do, I'm not taught that 2 + 2 = 4. I'm taught that, okay, I have 2 blocks here and I have 2 blocks here. I put them together and I have 4 blocks. That's how I learn. I learn it by doing. So I don't necessarily think I am best acclimated to learn how to tell stories by being told how to do it. I'm learning it best by making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos telling stories or attempting to tell stories and adjusting and learning and trying different things in order to tell a better story. I think of it from the perspective of like art, right? Telling a story is like painting a picture. What art is the artist trying to convey a feeling or human experience. That's the same with a story or a video or whatever, You tell a story, try and convey an experience to another person. So I'll tell a story about staying in my car for 24 hours straight, for example. I'll tell that story to somebody to try and bring them into the experience and make them kind of sort of understand and relate to what I was doing and why I was doing it and what I was feeling when I was doing it and all these different things. And I think there's a lot of different ways, you can tell a story. You can tell a story through an art piece or through a video or through any sort of message that you want to convey. You can do it through anything. Like, for example, you could do it through a t-shirt. Because if you guys have watched this channel for a while, you know that my main message and one of my big themes, honestly, is to never give up. Never give up on yourself. It's on my skin eternally. And it's a really big thing that I love to tell people. And I love to stress it and, live by it, basically, because it's a very important thing that, like, if in this life, if you want to do anything, you never should give up on yourself. If you want something so badly, if you're passionate about something, if you want to do it, giving up is never an option because you're never going to get where you want to go by giving up. And that's something especially over the past year and some change. My experience as a human has been working for my goals and being persistent and driven and all of these different things and never giving up on myself. And that is the human experience that I would like for you guys to connect with. So watching my videos, I hope that that's sort of a theme that you can resonate with and relate to. So I hope that if anybody's watching this, even if just one person continues on another day in pursuit of their dreams, that's one of the goals that I have. And that's a beautiful thing. If you see this and are inspired to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna start that business, or I'm gonna start that YouTube channel, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna quit. That's a win. And so the stories that I want to tell, and the story I want to tell, my story is the story of me, not giving up on myself and doing what I want to do, and sort of making the life that I want, as opposed to quitting on myself and not reaching for these goals and not striving to be better. I feel like that's a big message here on the GareTheBear channel, and that's what I want to convey to you guys, is the simple message to never give up.